reality. Today we're going to be doing this Dusty Rose Burgundy eye look for you today. So if you like what you see, then just keep watching. First, going to start with our primer, like we always do. And just get a couple squirts on our hands. Because this is an outdoor wedding, we want to make sure that our makeup will stay on all through the ceremony and a reception of dancing and partying. So we're just going to get that all over, and I've already washed my face and moisturized my skin. Ow. I'm getting an eyelash in my eye. Okay, and once that's done, then we're going to go in with our foundation. I'm going to today use MAC Studio Face and Body because it gives a light finish, but it's also buildable. So if I don't like how much is on my skin, how much coverage I'm getting, then I can always just put more on. That sometimes I wait to do my forehead until after I've done my eyes because I lift my eyebrows and I don't want it to crease my foundation, and I'm going to do that today. So I'll wait to do my forehead until after I've done my eyes. So as you can tell by the title and what I mentioned before, we're going to do a kind of burgundy eye look. I think these are so pretty, and they really what matters is they match my outfit, let's be honest. So we're gonna go in with our eyelid primer, but I love these colors, this burgundy thing, especially with fall right around the corner. It's like, yeah, like next month. We want to explore with these deeper burgundy colors. So we are going to take our much loved base shadow brush, and we are going to go in with this color here. It's kind of a shimmery, dusty rose color, and we are going to go all over the lid. To the past the crease and go up here on the brow area. It goes on a little bit thin. Ow, I just poked myself in the eye. Owie! So let's go ahead and do the other eye. Okay. Now that we've done our base shadow on both eyes, I kind of look like I have pink eye. We're going to fix that, and we're going to go in with this kind of darker burgundy color. Oh, there are names on the back. I didn't realize that. This one is called Stone Violet, and we are going to go in with our Deluxe Crease Brush. I'm starting to try and use the brushes for what they're actually intended. And we are going to go in our crease to create some dimension and depth. So with this matte color, we're going to go in here and just sweep across. Right. Let's go ahead and do the other eye. Okay, now that we've done the crease in both of our eyes, we are going to go in with this chocolate brown color to go in the crease. It's called Chocolate Chip, according to Clinique. And we're going to go in with this chocolate chip color, and we're going to go in that outer V. Okay, so we are going to, and since this is such a dark shade, we want to be very careful. So I'm using a concentrated brush. I'm using the shading brush in the Real Techniques set. And we're going to go on the outside here and then up into the crease. depth and a little bit more dimension. What else? Definition. That's another word you could use. And I'm going to go down a little bit onto the lash line. And then let's do the same to the other. And then let's just do the same to the other eye there. Here we go. Okay, now that we've done that to both eyes, created some good definition, some good lift, and to make sure everything looks the way that we want it to. So I'm going to take our base shadow brush that we used before, and I'm going to go back into the crease and just make sure everything's blended in the way that we want it to be. So it's not just like burgundy, brown, you know what I'm talking about? So that there is some continuity and some consistency with the colors, so it doesn't turn like a black eye, it doesn't turn muddy, but it's very intentional where we placed our colors. Sometimes I like to go back in with that first shimmer color that we used. Right here is called, it's from a Pink Chocolate Squad palette. That's just what it says, a single shade from Pink Chocolate Squad. I don't know, I don't have that one. And I like to go back in. I sometimes like to go back in with it wet so that I can put it right in the middle to give it some good definition. So we're going to take one of our brushes and go in with this color wet and go in the inside here into the middle. Not too much further than that because we want to keep the definition of our outside. Okay, then let's go in with our highlight color. This is this light pink. It's from a Blushing Nude trio of Cliniques. And we're going to go in with that wet because, as we've all noticed, sometimes shimmer shades don't agree with me the ways that I would like them to. So we're going to go in with this shade wet, and we are going to go underneath the brow. So we're going to go under here and in this corner. Here, this is to give us some highlight. How we doing? Looks good. And in here. Good. Now over here. Here. Yay! Look at how highlighted we are. That's great. This would be a perfect look for a winged liner if you'd like to do that. I am not going to venture on that because I'm still learning how to do that well. So we're going to do what I like to normally do, which is just take a fine liner brush like this, fine liner brush, and go in with our darkest color and just go along my lash line to define my lashes. And here we go. Just gonna go from the middle, or from the inner corner. Uh-oh, I blinked, so I messed it up. Go from this inner corner, and then out, and finish it this way. Rough. Okay, this is where we go back in with things like our accent brush, and we fix the mistakes that we've made. Done. Fixed. This is just to give our eyes a little bit of definition. So it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to put mascara and stuff on later. Great. I hope you can see that. I just went along the top lash line, and I'm going to go back in with this brush just like I did and buff it out just a little bit so it's not so intense. Great. Now we are done with eyes except for mascara. Oh wait, I haven't done the bottom. So we're going to do the exact same thing to the bottom. Over here, go on the bottom. And over here and go on the bottom. For mascara, we're done with the eyes, but we are going to wait till later. So I'm going to go back in with my foundation brush, and what was left on it, I'm going to just use to clean up under my eyes. Pull it this way. Now I'm going to go back in and do foundation on my forehead, because I didn't do it earlier, because I have too many facial expressions. No, that's not it. Because I use my eyebrows a lot when I'm trying to get in all the crevices of my eyeballs when I'm doing eyeshadow. And sometimes I like to powder my forehead right away so that those creases don't continue. I'm not going to do that now because we still have yet to do concealer and highlighter and all that stuff. So hopefully that will help us out. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of highlight and contour. Because this is a wedding and it's a little bit of a glam wedding, I'm gonna do a teeny bit of contour. So I'll show you how. It's not scary, don't freak out. Everybody's fine. But I'm going to do concealer and highlighter first. So, like we do, go under our eyes and down the bridge of our nose, and here, and here. If you haven't watched my everyday summer look, that is the first makeup video I shot. And I did this exact same pattern for concealer just concealer. So then we go under our eyes, blend this out. Again, I use my finger. You can use a brush if you like. And get all the little crevices. Again, I powder on my under eye area right away because I want it to set with powder, not set in my my bags that are under my eyes. And again, just focus right under the eye, so if you use cream products later, a cream blush or bronzer, that it won't get in the way. And then the other eye. They say that your face isn't entirely symmetrical, and I totally believe that, but I wonder in which ways my face is different. I don't know the ways that it's different, but I would love to know that. So if any of you have any ideas, leave them in the comments below how you can figure that out. Which areas of your face are different on each side. That would be so interesting to figure out. I'd be all about that. Hang on, okay, one more little dab under here just to set it. Okay, and then down our nose. I actually have a blemish on my nose right now, so perfect. I'm just going up and down. Looks good here, here. What a jutting chin you have. That's great. Okay, and that's done for concealer and a little bit of lift, because that color is lighter than my skin tone. So then we're gonna go in with a little bit of, Ben Nye shadowing color. This is actually from my stage makeup kit, so you can laugh at me if you want to. Character shadow, cream shadow, or if you have any dark contour kit or a darker color, you can use that too. So I just dip my finger in like this, but it comes out pretty pigmented. I think you can see that. So I just rub it out on my wrist so I can just get remnants, because I have something tickling my face. One moment, please. Build, then put too much on and have to start over. So the places I contour are under my cheekbones. My cheekbones stick out a lot, but I like that they stick out, so I enhance that, and then I usually just do a little bit under my nose so that my nose looks a little bit more like Audrey Hepburn's. No shame. So I go you find the hollow of your cheek underneath your cheekbone, and you just put a little color in there. I hope you can see that. And then you just blend it up. Sometimes I take that foundation brush that's still got a little product on it, and I use that to blend it out. Get out of the way, hair. and then it just creates a little bit of shadow underneath my cheekbone. So I'm going to do the same to this side. A little bit more easily. And there we go. So it just creates a little bit of shadow underneath my cheekbones. And then I just put a little dab underneath my nose and blend it out. Because Audrey Hepburn's nose was a little perkier than mine is, and I just want to be her. So, that is it for contouring. That's all we're gonna do. Sometimes if I think I'm taking a lot of pictures, I'll just do it now. I put a little bit on the sides of my nose so that my nose doesn't blend into the rest of my face. So just a little teeny bit on the side here. And I feel like that's not really showing up. Because this is an outdoor wedding, whoa, calm down, primer. I'm wanting to use that to blend it out. That's better. I'm wanting to use mostly cream products so that they don't, so that they just stay in place. But I am going to use a few powder products. So now is that time. So I check to make sure I've done all that I want to with the cream products that I have, and I go in and I powder. So I just take my big fluffy brush and my pressed powder, and I go across my forehead so that those wrinkles aren't like in every picture I ever own. And I usually go down the nose and under the eyes onto the cheeks. I pretty much powder everywhere. My mouth, nose area, and then especially under my jaw, since I move a lot there, so it creates a lot of sweat. Don't tell my husband that I sweat. And then we are going to move on to powdered products. So the powdered things I'm going to use today are a highlighter and a blush and maybe a little bit of bronzer. So we are going to start with highlighter, and I actually found this the other day. It's just a white, like shimmer eyeshadow, but it works just the same as a powder would. So we're going to use it. And it's like a really cheap brand, so it's like I don't care if it doesn't work. So we're going to go on the tops of the cheekbones here, and on this other side. I feel like one side showed up better. I am right-handed dominant, so that could be it. Down our nose. And you don't always want to go all the way down. So, and then I'm going to go up here a little bit. On my Cupid's bow. Whoa, that'll look different when we put lipstick on, don't worry. And down here. Okay. I feel like I went a little crazy, so I'm going to take that powder brush and help it out a little bit. Okay, now it's like disappeared. So a lot of what learning about makeup is just like doing one thing and seeing if it works, and if it doesn't, then trying something else. I'm going to put a little through here, just lightly, very light hand, just to make sure all that stuff is blended out in the way that I want it to. Great. I love this eyeshadow. I think it's so pretty. Great, so done with highlighter. And then let's go in with our blush. So it's just such a neutral color that I just think it's perfect for whatever eyeshadow look I'm doing, whereas some other ones are like pretty pink or pretty orange or peachy or whatever, whereas this one's just works really well with my skin. So here we go, just on the cheeks and blend it out. Make sure it hasn't gotten rid of your highlighter. Don't want that. We lost a little bit on this side. Excuse me. So we're going to go there. And great. And then let's bring a little bronzer to the table, just a little bit. So I have this just random bronzer that I've had my whole life. And I don't use it out of the pot. I use what was left in the cap, because what is in the pot is gonna bring like a lot of pigment to my skin. And so you want to put bronzer wherever the sun would hit you. And especially since this is an outside wedding, I want to look like the sun likes me. So put a little on my cheekers, a little down my nose, and just what's left in those same places. Great! So all that we have to do now is lipstick and mascara. We're gonna do mascara first. Again, focusing on the upper lash lines, on the upper lash line and the outsides of the upper lash line. So this and this, I think mascara really completes a look, especially a look that is eye heavy, which this is, I would say. Ooh, and then a little bit on the outside lower lash line. Just a little, just a touch so that people know you have eyelashes there. We don't want the 70s where it's like twiggy, like all the way in. I guess if that's your jam, then go for it, but for a wedding, I don't really want to attract that kind of attention to how I look. Especially not being in the bridal party or anything. My husband is in the bridal party, which is really fun. So I get to go and do the hair and makeup for the girls, which will be fun to kind of be a part of it in my own way. Ooh, and then on the bottom. Okay, and then for lipstick, I just have a kind of dusty rose neutral pink. It doesn't have any shimmer in it. I wouldn't say it's matte, because it's not, it's actually pretty old, but it doesn't have any shimmer, so we're just gonna do that on the bottom, but it's pretty neutral. It smells like old makeup. You know what that smell is. You know what that smell is. When your mom has old makeup and she's like, I don't use this anymore, do you want it? And you're like, Mom, yeah, I don't want to pay for makeup. And then you're like, oh my gosh, you've had this for 20 years. And then that is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this today. I hope you're able to wear it in the fall, or if you have a special event coming up, or if you just really like it, then please feel free to wear it. If you wear it, please take pictures and tag me on Instagram. My Instagram name is Realistic Ritz, and just like my channel name. Please don't forget to subscribe and comment and share and like and all those things. And I hope to be hearing from you soon. Bye-bye.